Hello guys, welcome back. So I don't know why I'm starting today with the camera like really far out. It's really hot, so I don't have too much lighting on. So sorry about that. But I feel kind of like it sounds kind of cheesy, but I feel kind of called to do this one of, it feels timely for a lot of us that you are enough. You alone are enough for the gods. It sounds cheesy reference, but Mr. Rogers did that song about It's You I Like. It's not the way you do your hair or the clothes you wear or any of the other stuff you can accomplish. It's you the gods like. It's you Loki likes. It's you Odin likes. Not a big list of accomplishments, not how much money you have or don't. Not what your gender is, not who you love, not your religion, not your spirituality, not how much money you've thrown at an altar or can't or any of that stuff. It's you. You are enough. You are the offering. You just spending time with them is the offering. And I'm getting yeah in the back. It's been coming up for me. As you guys know, I disengaged from some other gods and I went back to working with the Norse gods. And last night I said I know it's a pretty big ask, but I should be getting a rating check sooner or later, and I just don't remember getting one forever and a day. So I said to Odin and I said to Freya, if you two want to become my main gods, if you want me to stay in the Northlands and be a home and be resting, then can you please give me a sign? If I get a writing check tomorrow, I will get you. I even agreed with Odin because he said, could you get the full hunting pack, my dear? And I said, sure. If I get my writing check tomorrow, you will get it. Now, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I got some good news in the mail, but I didn't get my writing check. So I was like, okay, bit disappointed, but we had our agreement. And I know not to overstep it. I can't keep spending money on video games and eating ramen. Don't worry, I eat better than that. But I said, well, okay. And I had stepped away from Asmodeus for a while. And I had a dream this morning of playing this game. And Loki and I were very careful, went through it. It's kind of a polygon pastel world. And as I'm going through the game, I'm hunting for a ball, I think. And I go through the world, and this game doesn't exist, excuse me, and I have never seen it if it exists. And I'm going through this world hunting for this ball, and you find it, rinse, repeat. You keep doing this, and the ball keeps moving. And as I'm going through this polygonal, sweet, cute, twee looking world, I hear the name Asmodeus said by a male voice. I get up, and I'm like, okay. But I'm like, we've had our differences in X, Y, and Z. And I love him, but I said I really want to work with just Norse gods right now. I come onto YouTube, and a video comes up about a black dog. Supposedly, Asmodeus can show up as a black dog. I don't know. I've heard the same thing said about Satan and like 20 other, old gods. So I don't know. I'm like, that's the problem with signs. It could have easily been a sign from Odin because the dog was blind in one eye, and then the dog went completely blind. So was it Hades? Was it Hecate? Was it Papa Legba? It was a dog, Was it anything at all? So I said, that's interesting. And, with disabilities, we can often feel like we don't have enough to bring to the table. Today, I was lucky that I got downstairs and I got the dehumidifiers, you know, um, you know, emptied those. And I was lucky that I cleaned one teeny, 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 eeny beeny, like that big area of my basement. Like, I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating. Took the dustpan and cleaned a little. That was all I could do today. And I made the video for you guys today, and this will be it. When I cook, I try to cook something that's as low skill and least intensive as possible. So a lot of times I'll cook on like a low and slow oven. That way, if I forget or I zone out, because I don't always have the best memory, I won't have too much harm done. And also this oven screeches like a banshee, so And you have to remember that it's you that they want. One second, please, guys. I am terribly sorry. Sorry about that. And it can be hard sometimes. As I said in the community tab, I have prayed to Odin for a while to bring me around to. I'm never going to be the world's greatest hunter. I'm legally blind and I have essential tremors, as you guys see when I play the games. It's why everything jumps everywhere. And, I have other disabilities too. There's no way I'm ever going to hunt. It would be cruel and unusual punishment to the animal. And I couldn't go that far anyways. I just don't have the stamina. And I said to you guys in the community tab, I was in a hunting forum because I got those couple hunting games and I was relaxing. And I said if he gave me the blessing, I'd get him that pack of hunting games. It was like 8 or 10 or something in it, and it's real old hunting games. And I thought maybe he would give me the blessing, but it didn't come through, and that's okay. But I've been on a hunting Reddit, and the guy was talking about how people that eat meat from stores are cowards. I thought, well, one, the whole population couldn't possibly hunt. There'd be no animals left. Within 2 weeks, if people were halfway decent hunters, there would just be nothing left in the woods. There are game in the woods because of how relatively few people hunt. Let's admit it. I got yeah back here. And two, it feels like a lot of people, and I had to do this with myself and be honest with myself, having repressed guilt over the way they get their meat. And believe me, I was vegan for a while. And you have to come to peace with that. I don't see any kind of moral superiority in an animal dying out in the wild or an animal dying, from being on the farm, being raised good all of its life, and then going down the road. Each way, they try to make it as quick and painless as possible for the animal. These people that do this aren't maniacs. Same thing with I came around on fur with Odin. Usually I would at least wear fur stuff he could eat, but then I came around on it and I was like, okay, it's not for me, but if he manages to get me stuff with the papers, if that is truly what his heart is set on, then he can have it. And what I managed to do is reach a compromise. I'll go into these hunting games and I'll get him a wolf. I'm trying to get him a bear. And I said, I'll do that for you, but you got to help me out here, buddy. You got to help me, find the game and get the bear. Because you guys know my hands go up and down like this. Even when I'm working with a mouse, my hands shake. It's called essential tremors because anytime you try to move, you shake. I said, I can only do so much. And being legally blind, it's every shot has a prayer included. That I will at least hit something. So, it's you the gods want. Odin it hasn't told me that I'm less than because I'm not, out there hunting and fighting grizzlies with nothing but a knife and determination, which wouldn't end well. And, I'm not less than because I'm not a dude or not straight or anything else. And given that I struggle, and we talk on the channel about, struggling with mental illness is something a lot of people do. And he's never treated me as less than for that. Some days if you have depression, some days just getting out of bed is a freaking huge victory. Since I'm mentioning mental illness, I'm not going to try to monetize this one. That's okay. I kind of feel like the channel is also like my offering to the gods, but anything we are can be an offering. Just existing, even if we all became bedridden tomorrow and we were all in the hospital and alls we could manage on a good day was getting up, eating, and watching TV, that would still be enough. That would still be enough. Don't let able-bodied people write the script for you when you have disabilities or, people that don't ever struggle with mental illness. Don't let them write the script for you. The gods know you're struggling some days. They know that some days just getting on a bed is a victory. They know some days you don't see the point. And they know that every time you think you've found the secret sauce, somebody is subtly playing blame the victim that you would be better if only you thought happy thoughts or prayed to Jesus or some other nonsense. And the world doesn't work like that. So, and I got yes back here. So, the gods find you enough. The gods find you enough. They would not be interacting with you if they didn't, especially the old man. He is finicky and he is picky. He would not be interacting with you if you weren't enough. Neither would Loki, neither would any of the other gods. Our gods love us, but they're not what I would call nice. If they're interacting with you, it's because they care about you, it's because they're interested in you. It doesn't, excuse us from, acting horribly at times. I've seen a lot of people on the Reddit say, yeah, they were horrible teenagers, but so and so stuck in there. It doesn't excuse when we behave poorly, but, they do love us. They do love us, and they do stick with us because they love us. Odin's not waiting around for me to become physically able and to magically lose needing glasses and to become super marksman and go hunting big game around the world. He's not waiting for that. He's happy with what I can do. And if tomorrow I woke up and I was vegan, or I said I can't play those games anymore, I'm feeling guilty because I shot a fox and I shot a bunch of boars and I shot the little bunny, he'd be fine. He'd be fine. There's no checklist. You don't have to be able to do something to work with them. You can be a hunter or not, be a vegetarian or not, be a meat eater or not. It doesn't really matter. So, that felt timely for you guys because I think we often don't get the reminders that if alls we were capable of doing was getting up, or even if we had a bad day and we couldn't get out of bed that day, they'd still love us, we'd still be enough. I know it's hard to remember when we're going through a struggle and going through one of those dark valleys, but they really do love us. You really are enough. You don't have to, I can't say this enough, you don't have to fill in someone else's checklist that's based coincidentally on all the stuff they've accomplished, okay? All the stuff they've accomplished or think they could, yeah, that's their checklist. Your checklist is just hanging in there one more day some days. Your checklist is getting out of bed some days, and if you can't do that, it's okay. The time for you to get out of bed will come. So I hope you guys are doing okay, and again, if you guys need help, always remember there's no shame in needing therapy and reaching out and finding a therapist. Dial, if you can't find anything else, dial 911, dial the operator, dial whatever it is in your country and say, hey, I need help. Believe me, people want you to get to help. They will find a way. They will send someone and they will help you get to where you need to be. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.